Shalom, family.
Shalom.
Let me get my volume. Keep
Unless
forgetting
your
it.
computer.
Yes. Shalom, family. We wanted to announce our family life series that's coming soon that we're going to be doing.
And the Family Life series is going to be where we're talking about issues dealing with the whole family and not just in marriage. We think it's very important that we that call ourselves children of the light, that we tie up some loose ends with our whole
Yes.
families and not just in the structure of the marriage, because
Yes.
I don't think we understand that our children are the future.
Yes.
As we all die out, or whatever you want to call it, the next generation is going to come behind us, and it's sad that we are not preparing them properly.
Yes.
I hope that the marriage series, I'm sorry, not the marriage series, but the family life series isn't ignored, okay?
Yes.
A lot of times, because it's not just dealing with your children as well, but there are family members that you are trying to bring into the knowledge of who we are.
Yes.
There are other issues that we are faced with in our families, with siblings and parents
Yeah.
and, just all types of things. And we want to deal with some of those issues in this series, kind of similar to how we do the marriage series, because I don't think we understand fully how the enemy is there to divide families.
Yeah, he's trying to tear families down. I'm serious. See, the thing is, when you look at the family in heaven, okay, the Father, the Son, and the Ruach, okay, it's very important. The image is very important because there's a lot of revelation in the image. And Satan knows this, right? That when you see a family together, that it reflects the family in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is why he wants to tear it apart, because he knows that Yah will be glorified if you have a righteous family that's living right and they're all together, working together, a husband, a wife, and their children all working together. Then Satan don't want you to see that. He wants you to see disrupted families. He wants you to see broken up families, divorces, and all kinds of other crazy stuff. Divorce happens, kids over here, some over there, just everything just broken up. And so it's important that we as a people, that we learn how to deal with our families, and we can learn from each other, right? We can learn from each other. You have a family, right? We have a family, and we could come together and we could learn from our families, right?
Yeah, like Righteous Over Religion said here in the chat, the system hates and despises our unity, and that is true. This is
That's
why they
right.
use the divide and conquer tactic all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so even within families, divide and conquer.
That's
We
right.
talked about how back in the 60s and 70s, I believe it was, they used the welfare system to divide families. They told the woman, get him out of the house and then we'll give you a check, you see.
Yep.
And that was, again, on a smaller scale, divide and conquer.
That's right.
Okay, they've used that tactic on whole nations, right? Even on the whole continent of Africa. But on a smaller scale, they come into individual family homes and they divide you and they conquer you.
That's right.
But that was the system or the trick they used back then. Now the enemy, with the Jezebel spirit, the help of the Jezebel spirit,
Yeah.
has come up with many other ways to divide and conquer a family.
That's right.
By introducing all types of deviant behavior. You have all types of lifestyles being promoted. And if you so much as speak above a whisper against these lifestyles, they call you hateful. You see, so much is coming against the family of Yah, because we are supposed to be the light of the world, right? And what better way to put out that light than to infiltrate the family structure?
That's right.
That's why I know for a fact that the enemy has attacked the relationship between the black man and woman, because it don't want us producing beautiful black children. The enemy doesn't want us having harmonious relationships that are Yah-centered, because he knows that there is power in that. Think about how the creation happened. It said this. The Most High said, let us create man in our image. Then he said, male and female created he them. And so, with that being said, the Most High had a structure that he had in mind for the family that is here represented on the earth, right? And so the enemy said, I gotta break that up. I gotta infiltrate that. I gotta interfere with that. He started way back then, Cain, Abel.
Yeah.
I gotta cause this brother right here to hate this brother over something so minute that he is willing to kill him.
Yeah.
So look at this thing. The attack against the family started at the very beginning.
And get this, even with Israel. Look what they did to Joseph. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even with Israel, you know. And so we got to understand. And guess what? But Satan got smart, though. Watch this here. Because a lot of us didn't see this coming, right? So we know that, okay, he can get in and cause siblings and brothers and sisters to hate each other and do crimes to one another and families to break up and all this kind of stuff. Or misters come in and try to interfere with a husband and wife, right? All this kind of stuff. We know these things are happening, right? But Satan got slick. He said, nah. I got a new weapon. Guess what it's going to be? Gadgets and social media.
Yes.
So instead of them sitting at the dinner table together, eating dinner and talking, nope, they're going to be in front of a TV. They ain't got time to sit down and talk. Nope. They ain't going to be sitting down talking about this, talking about that. You sit down and have a family meeting and you got two kids sitting up there like this here on the computer or on their cell phone or texting somebody. Can't even drive nowhere. Can't even have a talk because they're always into all of this stuff. You see how the devil is? All this stuff to what? Do the same thing, break up families.
Yes.
You see? That's all this stuff does.
Yes.
So you don't have no quality time with the family.
Yes.
Get rid of it all. Get rid of all the quality time.
So that's another one of those fiery darts.
Yeah.
There's all kind of fiery darts aimed at the family structure.
That's right.
If you can get rid of that family structure, then he has you cornered. There is strength in that family.
That's
and
right.
So that's why the enemy is attacking it, and we are going to be talking about some of these issues in the upcoming Family Life series.
That's right.
And of course, we are definitely willing to entertain some questions. As a matter of fact, a lot of what we're going to talk about will come from questions that we have received in the past, or present questions that you all may have.
That's right.
One brother says here he's so exhausted. I don't know if you mean tired from to just today, or if you're just exhausted, period, because it's just so much going on in the world, so much going on in our families, among the Israelites. All of this stuff can be very exhausting, very exhausting. And so you feel like you're in a never-ending uphill battle.
Yeah.
That's what all of this equates to, family.
Yeah.
But that's the trouble that we were said to find in the lands of our captivity. Yes, dealing with so much.
Yeah,
Yes,
I feel you, brother. I definitely feel you. And I can tell you, I can give you rest, but you gotta take time out and meditate. I'm telling you, I know how you feel, brother. Let me tell you, sometimes almost every day. But after the day get going, me and my wife, we can be busy, so busy doing things, and come the end of the day, I'd be like ready to fall out sometimes. My wife be ready to fall. Me and her come in, we'd be like, man, but I said, you know what? I gotta take a minute, sit down in my chair, put my headphones on, put on that rain. I gotta relax myself. I gotta relieve myself of this tension. You know, I gotta do that. You know.
Yeah, so much in the day. It's not just the physical things that wear you out, but the mental and the spiritual things as well.
That's
a lot of those things can be very exhausting. You running around chasing chickens and ducks and goats and stuff all day, and
dealing with people when you go out in the business world, you know, and you have people, you got some idiots out there, you know, some mean, some crazy folk out there, and so you're gonna deal with all kinds of things, you know. And so dealing with relatives, it can even be relatives, it can be neighbors, it can be some of anything. Trust me, I get it. You know what I mean? One day we out there just cutting the grass at this house we have in this one area, and a pit bull comes out at me and my son. You know, just come charging at us. I had this big power edge. I said, you come over here, you gonna wish you hadn't, because you're gonna get hit with this edge like you wouldn't believe, you know. But he ended up turning around. But it's all kinds of stuff like that just come out of nowhere at you, you know. And so I definitely can feel you, brother. I can feel you, the stuff. And then don't be on the job and have people on the job causing you unnecessary stress. But that's why I say, hey, you got to take time out. And guess what? Those things affect the family, don't they?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. It's common for a person that goes to work and experience all kind of stresses at work. What you think he gonna do? He gonna take it home.
Yeah.
He gonna take it home to the family, and the family, the wife and kids. He gonna come in and he gonna be grouchy. He ain't gonna feel like being bothered. He ain't gonna want to hear this. Sometimes, let me tell you something. My wife will tell you. Sometimes I come home from work, and my wife, she hadn't seen me all day, so she's so excited to see me, and I'm excited to see her too. But she be so excited. She be like, "Hey, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that." And I'd be like, "I just want to sit down in this chair and just go to sleep." but I learned because of the stress. I said, "Man, I gotta try to snap out of it for a minute." And sometimes my wife, she realizes. She said, "Well, let me give him a few minutes, let him relax, let him chill a minute, get his feet up in the chair, let him relax for an hour. After an hour, okay, let's talk. Okay, let's do it, But sometimes you got to take time out and relax because it will affect your life. It will affect your family.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But anyway, we want to announce that and just give you a peek of what some of the things we're going to be talking about. And I think that with our family and some of your families out there, we're gonna have people post questions, and we're gonna talk about some issues and ways that we can make things better for our family. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes we think that putting the kids, and I just want to say this real quick. Sometimes you think that you can just take kids, put them in front of a video game, and that's good. That's good enough for them. But you know what we did one time? We brought some kites, and we went out here with them kites, didn't we? And the kids think we had a good time with these kites. It was like, man, as a family with the kites. And I brought some little race boats one time, and we had them little race boats out in the pond racing these boats, And there's all kinds of little things that you can do with the family. You understand? You don't always have to have these expensive gadgets. One time we just went and brought some, what were they? Them little balls, the ones like little beach balls. Yeah, and the kids had a good time with those things, little cheap things. Yeah, $2,
Frisbees.
So, that's right. We take time out, me and my family, we take time out on certain days and we will watch something together, and so there's a lot of things you can do. And we're going to talk about all of these things in the Family Life series. Yes. But anyway, we didn't want to hold you all. We just want to put that announcement out there. And we just want you to be blessed, family.
And stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Soon. That's right.
And send us your questions as well.
That's right. Hallelujah.
We love you again, family. And with that, we will say shalom.
Shalom.